Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Warbear Podcast for this month, the beginning of this month, or the end of last month, depending on what time you're listening to it. I'm Jay, and I am accompanied with myself, just like in my dating life. Ooh. I was recording just a second ago, and I just decided just to delete that whole recording because, oof, I made some bad jokes and didn't even realize it. So, I am doing a solo cast this month. This is my own fault because Brent did call me the other day and asked me if there was anything we needed to record, and I said, "No, man, you can just hang back. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to. We're good. I got enough recordings." It turns out I was like, "Oh crap, we could have done the podcast. Damn it!" But that's my own fault, and I'm not going to hold that against Brent. And even though I think he might get a little angry with me for doing another solo cast, because he could be like, "Oh, we could have done the podcast together. I got a lot of things to say." Woo, woo, woo. He doesn't talk enough on the game show, so we'll unlock there. A good idea. So yeah, about another solo cast. I ain't gonna bore you with the whole Star Wars rant because that was just me getting stuff off my chest. And if you did listen to that whole thing, I do thank you. It was very therapeutic of me to get some stuff off my chest. I decided in this case to just give you some updates, things going on around here. Not a whole lot going on around here. I'm working on some cosplay stuff and video stuff, obviously. Obviously, how would you know that? You're not in my everyday life. I tell you these things. Yes, that's why I'm working on video stuff, too, with the game show and podcast. And, yeah, I got other things down the pipeline that I'm just kind of slowly working on. I mean, that's always a problem. Time and motivation. Motivation seems to be, like, my detriment killer. Just getting myself to be like, "Oh, I gotta go do this thing." But, I mean, get up, you do it. You got to get it done, so hopefully I will achieve that level. Me and Brent, this last month, the month of May, both celebrated another year of getting older. We're both now older. If you're wondering how old we are, I won't really divulge that information, but if you're listening to this, I will say we are both older than you. Probably not as old as a sexy wizard or a glittery vampire, but they probably wouldn't listen to this podcast anyway. So, older than you, not older than them. But hopefully, I mean, I won't congratulate myself on my own birthday, but I will congratulate Brent on getting older. Congratulations, Brent, you got older. I would say, though, if I don't make it another year, I'm going to be super, super pissed off. I really value my life. I really like getting older. I feel like I have a lot of things to do still and accomplish. So, if I don't make it next year, know that I died pissed. So, hear that train in the background? It's because I live right next to a train, and nothing I can do about it. They always come at night. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this. This is how stupidly late I like to stay up working on stuff and getting all this crap done. So, I am working on cosplays. I would like to share that. I am currently making another sneaking suit for Metal Gear 5. Hopefully this one will look a lot better than the last one I did last year. A lot of people gave me some compliments on that one and said it looked really good. But as you wear something like that, I think I can speak for anybody who does any kind of cosplay or makes their own costumes and whatnot. I think once you wear something one time, you immediately start seeing like ways you can make improvements. And those improvements lead to more improvements, and then those improvements lead to other improvements. I don't think anybody really gets settled on like one, this is how you do it. This is exactly the first way, perfectly done. No other way can be better. I mean, look at Iron Man. Look at, he's like a superhero cosplayer, making his own suits. None of them look alike. Each one's different. He's always making tweaks. He's always making improvements. And you get like 40 to 50 to 100 some odd Iron Man costumes just because of that. Batman's just as bad. He's a big diva when it comes to that stuff too. I think I even see him wearing a pink cow one time. What's up, Batman? That's not good. Ugh. A little baby break. So, I am working on that. I am doing a new method, like I said. I'm taking like EVA foam, I'm forming it to the shape I want, and then I'm wrapping it around this like leather type material that I found in a thrift shop. I found like a big old like 12 yards of this stuff for like $2. And it's not leather, but it's like, I would almost akin it to like something you'd find like on a bar seat or a stool. I think that's might have been what its purpose initially was, but or why someone bought it was to like do some upholstery. But I think it looks really good as a like the vest part of the sneaking suit. So with that, I am also redesigning the whole vest. I'm going to redesign the whole like undersuit and whatnot. The only things I'm really going to keep from the original is maybe the gloves, the boots, and the belts, because those don't really need to be changed or improved upon. I do have something in store for the face too, but I'll reveal that later because I'm not sure if I can actually achieve that, and if I mess up, I can just be like, yep, this is what I meant to do all along, blah, 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 blah. But if I can't achieve it, then I'll just discuss what I was going to do. But I'll see that one as a little secret. And I'm also going to redo the arm, because as it was, I made like, I don't know if you've seen pictures of it, and you can find pictures on Cosplay Odysseys on Facebook if you're really curious. That's like a cosplay fan page I made for myself. That's separate from Warbear, but not separate from Warbear. I mean, they're connected in the sense that I run Warbear with Brent and Tad, but, you know, it's kind of like, I don't want to like just dump all my cosplay stuff on Warbear and just turn it into like a cosplay thing. That's mostly the reason why. But I do have the show Cosplay Odyssey on Warbear, which I haven't uploaded a new video for that in a long time, just because I find it a little difficult to like work and show progress. I don't know. I like the big reveal. I don't like showing the process because I find that to be very boring. It's like, I know that might be helpful for people starting off, and I mean, if anybody ever has any questions about how I do stuff or whatnot, I'm more than willing to share it. But as it is, posting it, I just find it to people very boring. So, what was I saying? I was explaining how I was doing something. Oh, the arm. That's it. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow. Did you guys just witness that total lack in like brain connection as I went off on one tangent and tried to find the thread that I was going off of originally? So a lot of people didn't like the arm I made, and I had to explain it more times than I feel like I should have. But I made a robot arm that was all foam. That because if you look at Snake's arm in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, he has a prosthetic arm, and as it is a prosthetic arm, the dimensions are smaller than an actual arm and have a little bit more, how would you say that? disproportionate from his other arm a little bit, not terribly off. Like, for example, all 5 fingers are all the same length. Like his pinky is the same length as his index finger or his middle finger or his ring finger. And on a regular hand, you have a curvature when it comes to that. Normally your middle finger is longer than your index finger or even your ring finger, and your pinky is the smallest finger on your hand. They're not all the same size. And I could see a lot of cosplayers cobbling together like robot hand gloves, and it was just a detail that kind of bugged me. And as it is robot hand, there's like joints and gears that you just can't really achieve with a glove. And the other thing is, like I said, it's smaller than the regular hand. Like it's hand proportion, but if you try to make a glove, you instantly make that, well, I've seen with other cosplayers, and not to diss other Metal Gear Solid 5 cosplayers. I'm sure this is probably a problem that they struggled with, or maybe they didn't care that much about, but I don't know. I really got hung up on the robot arm. And it's bulkier when you try to do like a thing over your finger. So I wanted to make something that was accurate and still had mobility. So essentially I made like a claw hand, like you would get at one of those toys. Claw hands are one of those things that you would use to reach up things that are higher. Or a puppet hand or whatnot. Like the fingers could move. I had like little gears in there that attached to my other fingers that could move the gears. And the other reason was I was trying to get into the mindset of the character and how he couldn't feel anything with that hand anymore. It was basically a dead hand. He could use it. It was functional, but he had no feeling anymore in that robot hand. And I was trying to capture that same feeling to get into the head of Venom Snake there. And because of that extra inch from my other hand, and I mean, I really tried to make it not stick out further than my other hand by tucking my elbow and whatnot in pictures, but a lot of people were like, oh, your other hand's like super longer than your other one, you know. It's just hard to keep up that, oh yeah, I got to tuck my elbow in kind of thing, you know. You just get into the natural rhythm of moving around, and then, you know, because I was dumb and didn't put together 100% properly, like, it was digging into my fingers, and I had blisters on them for moving the joints around, and essentially, I was happy with it. It sits on my stand. I think it looks really cool, but overall, as an aesthetic to a costume piece, it's kind of off. And as I'm just going on about how much I don't like things looking off, like, it was a good idea, but I guess it doesn't work, basically, is what I'm getting at. And I've decided to attempt to make my own glove, just after all the bitching I did about how I don't think gloves look accurate enough and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take the accountability of the things that kind of bug me about other gloves. I'm going to try to incorporate them into this new robot hand glove that I want to make. And hopefully I get something that I feel like works, you know. I have till November, when NebraskaCon plays out, to test all this stuff out. So hopefully it all works in the end, and blah, blah, blah. And that's basically my cosplay update. I don't know what Tad or Brent are doing, even if they're doing cosplay. I don't even know if they're into cosplay as much as I am. I really enjoy it. Oh yeah, there's some other costumes I'm kind of slowly working on, like Fire Mario and Ichigo too. But we'll get into those more as I get closer to absolute panic and... Oh, hold on a second, folks. Hold on a second. My foot is absolutely falling asleep here, and trying to get blood circulating back into it, so get that needling feeling to go away. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, because who can, normally when people do stuff like this, they sit comfortably. I'm sitting all like Indian style on the floor doing this stuff because I'm a rebel, you know. And if you're questioning for 1 second if that's what a rebel would do, then you're not a rebel yourself. Nah, you're probably a rebel. You're all cool. So, okay, what else is there? I did see some movies. Normally people tell me I don't like anything about I don't like movies because every movie I go to I end up not liking and I bitch about it. I do like movies a lot. In fact, that's why I started the whole YouTube page, and that's why I study film and blah, 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 blah. I think in my attempts to learn and study film, I find myself like being more particular about film or finding flaws in film. And maybe this is just one big excuse, and maybe you guys don't really want to hear it, but that's really the reason. It's not that I don't like film. I'm not even saying I can analyze film better than you or whatnot, because I can give you reasons why I don't like something straight up, and people even get more infuriated about that. But I also have this anger when it comes to something when it comes to something being lazy like that these people get paid billions of dollars, billions, millions, billions, to put these things together, and when they're just slappedly put together, when I don't see any effort being put into something like that, it makes me a little angry, because, I got my ass up, I went to the movie, I bought the popcorn, I bought the expensive soda, and I sit down and I want to be entertained. It's not that hard to entertain me. Entertain me, damn it. With all that being said, I saw Deadpool 2. I absolutely hated it. I know some people loved it, and if you like it, hey, more kudos to you. You like something that I didn't like, I'm not holding that against you at all. You keep on enjoying the thing that you like. But I feel like people get this this thing I've coined starry-eyed when it comes to something that they love, and if that means if they don't like anything that comes after it, they're portraying it, somehow they're hurting the thing that they love by not loving other things it comes about. I don't feel that way. I love the first Deadpool movie. In fact, I think it's way better than the second one. And that's the thing too. I always feel like a really good sequel is always better than its first one. They're always trying to improve it. Not to say that the first one isn't any good anymore. It's just you see the second one, you're like, wow, yeah, they really hit their strides now. They know where they're going. The second Deadpool movie, it felt like they didn't understand what made the first one good. So they started throwing everything that they thought was funny at the wall and hoping all of it stuck. And it was just a mess of a script. It was all over the place. It bounced around too much. It didn't flow. I must have only chuckled a few times. I don't know what to say. I know people enjoyed the jokes in the movie because the two assholes in front of me were just laughing away. Every fart and piss joke that there possibly was in the movie, they were dying. I never had a better time, and I wish I could be in their shoes because I don't see what they saw in this movie. But I would say, as much as I didn't like Deadpool 2, and I wouldn't recommend it, if you're even curious about seeing it, pirate it, or even wait till it comes out on DVD and watch it there. I mean, I can't promote piracy, blah, 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 but I wouldn't pay to see it. That's basically what I'm saying. But if you have to, I'd wait till it came out on DVD. But the other movie I saw was Infinite War. Avengers Infinite War. And holy crap. Talk about night and day. Excellent movie. Great script. Sure, there's probably some plot holes here and there. None I can really think of off the top of my head, but I'm not even going to deny that they're probably there. I've heard some criticism about, like, the pacing's really bad in that, but I found the pacing to be just really good. It flowed, for me anyway. Everybody had a moment, with that many characters. I think giving them just even a couple lines of dialogue is better than no dialogue at all, just standing in the background and doing nothing. Or being instantly killed off. People that saw Deadpool know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil anything. But, yeah, I heard people say complaints about that. Like, people didn't do anything in the movie. They just talked for like a couple minutes and they were gone. But, I mean, you could say that's kind of true, but they bounced around a lot. Everybody had moments and whatnot. It was really just a movie about Thanos. Well, at the end of the day, Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War was actually excellent. I recommend that. Go see that. Go give that all your money. As a Solo, a Star Wars movie, I didn't see it. I don't support that. I'm not going to see it. Whatever your feelings on that, hey, that's cool too, but I don't like Disney Star Wars. They all suck so far. So, what else is there to talk about? I guess other than that, there's some game stuff too. And there's a new trailer for Pokemon for the Switch that looks really good, and Detroit has come out. I'm watching Super Best Friends play that. If you don't know who Super Best Friends are, I'll give them a shout out every day of the week. Go watch Super Best Friends play. It's fucking hilarious. That or Game Grumps. Love those guys too. Yeah. God of War's out. That looks alright. I've watched a few LPs on that. I haven't played it, but it looks pretty interesting. We're still playing Bayonetta. Brent's having fun on that. I'm still playing the first Metal Gear. I'm really struggling on that, but we'll get through it, folks. We'll get through it. I don't know if I'm kind of debating if we're just gonna if we just finish up Metal Gear and just skip right to Metal Gear Solid for PS1, because I feel like this little step back and going backwards was kind of fun, but at the end of the day, when I think about it, I think we probably should go back or we should go forward from there, because this game is a little rough. And I don't know how interesting it is, and I feel like Metal Gear Solid would be a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch, and I don't know. Hopefully we can do the whole LP, but I might skip in between the two of them. We'll see what happens next. You guys comment below what you want to see, if anybody even listens to us at all. But I feel like that's enough time. I don't want to bore you guys too much. This was just going to be a little short LP, and I didn't need to be an hour long like the last one was. So, comment below, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz if you like what we're doing. If you don't like what we're doing, please comment below and tell us what you'd like us to do. Hey, we'll do it. Maybe. We'll consider it at least. If it's funny, we might do it. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page there. I have the Cosplay Odyssey thing. And you can comment there too, and we'll always, we're so small right now, we'll read all of your stuff. So I don't know, I can't make any promises we'll comment, but we'll read it for sure. And if it's good, we'll probably comment. I mean, if you're not trolling or being an asshole, I mean, sure, we'll probably comment. What else is there to say about all that stuff? No, Brent's working on the Patreon. If you want to donate money in the future, that might be a possibility. But if you did listen, thank you very much for listening. I was Jason, and I'm going to say goodbye.